In an age defined by technology, innovation, and rapid industrial growth, the story of Ibrahim and his astonishing creation, a full-scale airplane made entirely from discarded newspapers, stands as a breathtaking example of human creativity, resilience, and environmental awareness. The world first saw his incredible work when photographs of Ibrahim, standing proudly in his military uniform beside his handmade aircraft, began to circulate online. The image, both inspiring and symbolic, captured a deep message that resonated far beyond its visual beauty. It wasn't merely a piece of art, it was a call to rethink waste, creativity, and the limitless power of human imagination. Ibrahim's airplane, crafted from recycled newspapers, represents far more than a clever engineering experiment. It is a bridge between sustainability and art, between innovation and purpose. The newspapers he used were not just scraps of printed paper, they were fragments of history, carrying stories, struggles, victories, and lessons from the past. By reusing them, Ibrahim transformed forgotten pieces of information into a symbol of hope and progress. Every fold, every layer of the aircraft speaks of patience, dedication, and an unyielding belief that creativity can turn even waste into wonder. The construction process was far from easy. According to the story, Ibrahim began collecting newspapers months before he started the assembly. He studied aerodynamics, structure, and design principles using free online resources, combining practical engineering knowledge with artistic intuition. His approach was simple but visionary, using recycled paper strengthened with natural adhesives to form a lightweight yet durable model of an airplane. To the untrained eye, it might appear impossible, but Ibrahim's focus and ingenuity turned the improbable into reality. His creation is a tribute to self-learning, innovation, and environmental consciousness in a world that too often overlooks the value of reuse. What makes Ibrahim's project truly extraordinary is the deeper philosophy it carries. The airplane made from newspapers is not meant to fly in the sky, it's meant to fly in the minds of people. It is an emblem of human potential, of how ideas can soar even when materials are humble. The aircraft challenges our collective perception of progress by asking a profound question: do we really need advanced technology and expensive resources to innovate, or can true creativity come from simplicity and necessity? Ibrahim's answer is clear. Through his work, he demonstrates that innovation begins in the mind, not the machine. In many ways, Ibrahim's story reflects the spirit of the modern world's greatest inventors and thinkers. He stands as a symbol of determination and purpose, a reminder that true leadership lies not just in commanding people but in inspiring them to create, think, and build. His military discipline and focus translated into the patience required for this artistic engineering masterpiece. Each panel of newspaper carefully attached to the aircraft reflects his dedication to precision and aesthetics. It's as if he saluted not only his country but also the entire world of sustainable innovation. Environmental activists and educators have praised Ibrahim's initiative as a perfect example of creative recycling. Instead of merely talking about climate change and waste reduction, he demonstrated a practical and imaginative approach. By turning everyday materials into a monumental piece of craftsmanship, Ibrahim invites everyone to look around and see potential in what they often consider useless. His work aligns perfectly with global efforts to promote sustainability and reduce environmental impact. In classrooms and art exhibitions, educators now use his airplane as a case study to teach both engineering principles and ecological responsibility. The photograph of Ibrahim standing beside his creation also carries powerful emotional symbolism. Dressed in a camouflage uniform, he represents strength and discipline, yet beside him stands a fragile-looking airplane made from something as delicate as paper. This visual contrast tells a story about balance, the balance between strength and creativity, order and freedom, structure and imagination. The airplane, though born from fragility, stands tall, confident, and complete, much like the dreams of those who dare to believe in the impossible. Many viewers have interpreted Ibrahim's newspaper airplane as a metaphor for the human condition. Just as newspapers are filled with stories from around the world, so too is every human being a collection of experiences, emotions, and memories. Ibrahim took what others discarded and transformed it into something awe-inspiring, reminding us that beauty and worth can emerge from what society neglects. His act is a celebration of renewal, rebirth, and the power of perspective. The world is full of forgotten materials, people, and ideas, all waiting for someone to give them wings. The text accompanying his image, "Ibrahim built an amazing airplane from newspapers," has become a powerful phrase across social media. It encapsulates a universal message in simple words: greatness can come from simplicity. It's not the resources that define innovation, it's the resourcefulness. The story encourages young people, artists, engineers, and dreamers everywhere to look beyond limitations. Whether one has access to high-end technology or only recycled paper, the true engine of creativity is the human spirit. As the story spread, artists and environmentalists began creating their own newspaper-based sculptures, following Ibrahim's example. Schools introduced paper recycling art competitions inspired by his work. His idea became not just a one-time marvel but a growing movement of sustainable creativity. Even digital artists recreated his concept in CGI and 3D design, showing how one person's imagination can spark global inspiration. This ripple effect is perhaps the greatest proof of Ibrahim's success. He didn't just build an airplane, he built a legacy. Today, Ibrahim's paper airplane stands as both a work of art and a moral statement. It teaches us that innovation has no boundaries when guided by purpose. The newspapers covering the aircraft whisper thousands of untold stories, of people, of struggles, of the passage of time, now united in one magnificent creation. In an era where the world faces increasing waste and diminishing resources, Ibrahim's project reminds humanity of its greatest gift, the ability to create meaning from the meaningless. Ultimately, Ibrahim's airplane is a masterpiece of vision and symbolism. It represents flight without fuel, movement without machinery, and dreams without limits. It is both a salute to sustainability and a poem written in paper, a story of how human imagination can take flight even in the most unexpected ways. Standing beside his creation, Ibrahim doesn't just pose for a photograph, he stands as a messenger of hope, a reminder that the future belongs not to those with the most resources, but to those who can see potential where others see waste. In the end, Ibrahim's story isn't just about an airplane. It's about transformation, of materials, of ideas, and of mindsets. It's a lesson to the world that greatness can emerge from the simplest beginnings, and that with creativity, purpose, and belief, even newspapers can touch the skies.